Hello, my name is Sam Matthews, and I did my discussion on the cognitive health benefits of strengthening exercise for community dwellers, which were older adults by Anderson Hanley, and functional and/or structural brain changes in response to resistance exercises and resistance training lead to cognitive improvements. It's a systematic review by Harold. The main article, written by Anderson Hanley, Neiman, and Weston in 2010, speaks about how aerobic and resistance exercise or resistance training affect the brain in positive ways. The second reading by Harold, Torpel, Shiga, and Muller in 2019 discusses how resistance exercise and/or resistance training can assist in changing people's brains, specifically the frontal lobe and its executive functions. For this discussion, resistance exercise is characterized by the process of lifting or pushing weights. That's paraphrased from Scott 2019. Examples of resistance training would fall into movements such as deadlifts, clean and jerks, bench press, pull-ups, push-ups, handstand push-ups, kettlebell swings, dumbbell squats, or presses, and more. This is different from cardiovascular exercise, which is moving to increase heart rate or lung capacity, i.e., bike riding, running, jumping, jump rope, hiking, etc. And resistance training is another way of saying resistance exercise. And as stated earlier, this is doing exercises such as Olympic lifts or powerlifting. Any movements that encompasses weightlifting or gymnastics can be placed in a realm of resistance exercise or resistance training. Any type of program or plan that is specifically used to increase a certain fitness domain was the criteria used to distinguish resistance training and/or resistance exercise by Harold et al. 2019. There were 32 older adults ranging from ages 55 to 85 using Anderson and Haley et al. 2010 research. They were all Caucasian and were given a program of 1 hour per session for at least 2 to 3 sessions per week. That's from Anderson and Haley et al. 2010. Harold et al. 2019 used previous articles and studies that included all ages, resistance and exercise training, studies related to brain changes through exercise, and cross-sectional studies as the methodology of research. The independent variables were cardiovascular and resistance or exercise training, and the dependent variables were frontal lobe executive functions and cognitive health. In the main study, the 32 individuals stayed on a fitness program for 4 weeks at 2 to 3 times per week, with an instructor assisting them during the scheduled classes. That's from Anderson Hanley et al. 2010. In Harold's article, 2 researchers used 6 electronic databases and researched 5,957 records from those databases. And 18 of the records were analyzed from this research topic. That's from Harold et al. 2019. The study's research could be classified as randomized or interventional trials from Harold. The results of this article show that exercise, specifically resistance exercise and resistance training, are extremely effective ways of changing individuals' brains in the frontal lobe area of the brain. That's from Harold, 2019. This study also proves that regular focused physical activity helps physical and mental health in the latter years as long as people continue to train as they age in life. This is because muscular weakness in childhood years has been shown to be associated with full body weakness or disabilities as early as age 30. That's from Harold, 2019. In the findings of this study with older adults, after a little consistency of exercise each week for over 3 weeks, showed increased executive functions of the brain, again from Harold, 2019. Resistance exercise also showed cognitive improvements in younger middle-aged individuals. There were also many chemical increases from this study. Some of the boosts were serum levels of insulin increased, a lowering of cortical white matter, and an increase in thickness of gray matter. The increase in insulin has impacts on neurogenesis and metabolism. That's from Anderson, 2010. The strengths of the study were the conclusions found by the researchers. They proved that it is undeniably relevant for humans to exercise from adolescence thank you, from adolescence to late adulthood to improve and maintain brain function, mental health, and physical prowess. Harold, 2019. The reviewed studies were shown to be biased because there was not enough information given in the experiments from the 18 studies analyzed from Harold in 2019. Those were some of the that last sentence was the weaknesses. There are many suggestions brought up in the article that could improve the research design. One had to do with recording more information, such as loads used and including the number of sets and reps an individual did, along with suggestions included adding neuroimaging after a workout. That's from Harold of 2019. Adding more individuals with different types of problems, such as dynapenia or sarcopenia, would allow for more results in this study. Also, just a wider variety of different illnesses or groups of people I would add. For Anderson, Haley et al. 2010, they mentioned that one weakness was the fact that it was all Caucasian individuals that participated and were tested. More information needs to be studied on the socioeconomic gains or losses that were also achieved by resistance training. Thank you.